well the future of Anarchy in many ways, but we're kicking it off here with a tag team matchup where it's a one man's misfortune is another one's opportunity situation to kick things off here tonight. Circus Maximus 20.
Truly, speaking of futures of Anarchy, we have the main roster debut of ones Anthony Lopez and Quest Parker, the Revolution. Lopez being in the singlet and Parker being in the shorts. And they have one hell of a challenge on the opposite side of the ring for them. Welcome to the main roster, fellas. You've got two of the flippiest, most athletic, finest tuned machines on the roster.
Well, big shout out though to the new guys. There's an injury to them that of course opened the door for the Revolution. And they have the element of surprise on their side. There's not a lot of tape on these kids, especially here at Anarchy, for Suede and Kenny to study. So they have a little bit of the element of surprise on their side, and it's not exactly a long season team that they are up against either. So the Revolution, I think that kind of evens out as well. I could see an upset here.
Yeah, certainly it is worth noting that this is a tag team fostered out of a very beautiful rivalry.
Exactly, these guys have come together after a war of trios matches that literally spanned I-70 over a couple of different months. But they've come together, they're on the same page here.
Quest looking a little bit surprised that he got the better of Rahim there.
Quest, when he lacks in size, he has in heart. I've seen him win over every crowd I've seen him show up in front of.
I mean, I like him already.
Oh, and if you think Quest looks a little familiar, let's just call it out. Quest is the gentleman that was here helping out that Casey Carrington accosted. And he, like so many people, was caught into the middle and made fodder of that war. So I'm happy to see him rewarded here tonight.
Absolutely. Here he is now locking up with Kenny Alfonso. Kenny with the go behind. Waist lock into a wrist lock now.
Quest doing a lot of the early work here. I was expecting maybe a little tag out there when we had dance partners getting swapped, but
I guess he's still feeling fresh and feisty in the debut. Ooh, but a clever Kenny Alfonso with the top wrist lock now.
Quest trying to get the fans behind him. That is something that he's used to. Like I said, I've seen him win over crowds, but he's up against two big fan favorites here. I don't know how that's going to work out for him tonight.
Yeah, we got some beloved dudes versus some very likable dudes.
Fantastic evasive maneuver there.
Woo!
Shotgun drop kick from Quest Parker. What a showing here early on from this young kid.
Absolutely. You gotta wonder how long it can keep on pushing, but for right now, I'm impressed.
He's got adrenaline pumping through his veins. He's feeling it here.
Katie and Rahim checking on each other's hair. Those space buns are crafted with pride on Suede. Gotta make sure they're still where they ought to be. Everybody's in their assigned seats.
I'm sure Kenny and Suede are a little bit of, they're a little rocked, I imagine, by this early showing from Quest.
Right, I'm not sure they were prepared to see these young guns come in and take it to them a little bit.
They're gonna have to regroup.
Yeah, it looks like there's some strategizing happening in the corner there. You know, you almost got to feel like maybe Rahim and Kenny aren't quite taking this seriously. It seems like they're having a lot of fun and games over in their corner. Taking their time with the hair, having secrets.
Uh-oh! One now, that's not going to be fun, nor games.
Woo!
Tandem offense from the Revolution.
Suede intervening. Whoa!
He's going to fly!
In stereo!
What an opening for the Revolution. Anthony Lopez and Quest Parker. Only a one count there, but the vets are reeling.
Yeah, I haven't seen them on their back foot like this. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
noggin knocker there. Looked like Quest tried to pull up at the last second, but didn't quite get there. And then a big knee to the face, obviously.
Yeah, that's the experience advantage for Kenny there. Got a tag for Suede. Quest is in trouble.
Big question here is, are we going to see that killer instinct? We see that Quest is glazed over. We know that he could have had a previous head injury from his run-ins with Casey Carrington. Are these guys going to attack the head?
I would expect a little bit more sportsmanship out of these two, as much love as they've curried with the fans. But
there's sportsmanship, and then when you're inside that square circle, you got to do what you got to do to win. You got to have a killer instinct to go to the top of a company like St. Louis Anarchy.
I tell you what, I think Quest would say that there's probably some killer instinct with all these elbows and knees happening to the back of his head right about now. Ooh, face plant. Oh, leg drop.
Well, now you're going to get a chance to see Kenny and Suede cook as a tag team here. To your point, though, a cocky cover.
Yep. If they want to get this one done, they're going to have to lock in, to be frank.
And a rookie mistake there from Anthony. He was trying to get the crowd on his side, turned his back to his opponent. Even the nicest of gentlemen are going to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. There's ethics, and then there's just being silly. Uh-oh.
Kenny may have been getting involved behind the referee's back.
Oh!
West locked him away. Look, I can't speak for Suede, but I know, everybody thinks Kenny is an innocent soul. I've managed Kenny Alfonso before.
And you can end the sentence there. That speaks for itself.
He associated with me. That kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Respectfully. Looks like Parker's in a bit more trouble here. Uh-oh, an abdominal stretch from Rahim de la Suede.
That's one of those maneuvers. I mean, I think you've been playing the SmackDown video game since you were knee-high to a grasshopper, and it just looks like an average maneuver. You don't know about how much that is twisting at the abdominal muscles.
Your obliques are opened
out of your lungs. That's opening up. That is a painful, powerful. And look at Kenny and Suede again out of the referee's eye.
They're playing it a little bit fast and loose here.
Peter Dinklage ref is not going to have any of that.
Baby ref ain't taking no guff.
I'm impressed from Kenny and Suede. They get in there and cut off that tag.
Uh-oh. Big tag. In comes Lopez. Whoa. Two clotheslines.
There's some authority behind those lines.
Whoa. That body drop. He's just waiting for Suede now. Sends him on by. Hop, hop. Power bomb with authority.
Oh, amazing display of power.
Uh-oh.
Covered the wrong guy. 1, 2. You gotta wonder without that rookie mistake, if he hops on that, is that a cover? You can see the shock and agony on Kenny's face from over here.
Sends Parker out to the outside. Ooh. But eats earmuff boots for his trouble. Wow! Shotgun dropkick into it.
Big double team. 1, 2. Broken up at the last second by Rahim de la Suede.
Here comes Lopez back in, sends Suede on out.
Well, you see all the mechanics, you see all the basics there, getting some separation, cutting off the ring. These boys are going to be looking for that double team again. Kenny Parker having it.
Whoa!
The well 1 too many times. That could do it. 1, 2, no!
Kenny says, oh, you've been watching tape? Have you seen this one?
A big kick out there from Quest. That shows that heart and grit. Boy, I didn't think that DDT really sucked the air out of this room. They were getting behind the Revolution kids.
Yeah, the Revolution was looking pretty threatening there.
And I think that the fans have picked up on some of the small nuances here.
Woo!
as Kenny and Suede have definitely felt the heat, and I don't want to say they're outright cheating, but they definitely have taken advantage of the referee's back being turned once or twice.
They've both been rather coy competitors in the past. Uh-oh. Jacob's getting charged in. And they've just been brutalizing the midsection of Parker. Abdominal stretch, spear in the corner here.
A skinny guy like Quest Parker, he obviously, those ribs are exposed out there. There's got a lot of meat. That's maybe a better plan even than going for the head.
Suplex from Suede. Here comes Kenny. Oh!
Hell of a 1-2 punch. 1, 2, 3.
Woo! It was sexy. It was athletic. There was no other way for that to go, but you gotta hand it to the Revolution for an excellent opener and an excellent main card debut.
A couple of threads that you can see they're going to be pulled at here over the rest of the